Good morning, everybody. I'm Elsa Pilone. I'm from Piemonte region, and I'm coordinating the HOMER project. Just technical information, because we know that somebody maybe doesn't know. Outside there are translations, so you can have the possibility to listen to English and to have the translation in Spanish. So if you want, outside there are all the equipments, okay? So thank you very much. I would like to thank you, the panel and the speakers of the panel before. In particular, I would like to thank you, Miss Madueño, and all the Andalusia staff, because for having organized this very important event for the HOMER project, and also for having organized this event in this very nice and efficient venue. Okay? And furthermore, I would like also to thank you, Mr. Cobegna, because I'm very sorry to haven't the right skills, the linguistic skills, to really understand all the elements, but for me something was very clear. His passion and the high political commitment of this region, of the Andalusia government, in the HOMER project and in the open data policy. And then, as you can see from the program, I'm not actually Roberto Moriondo, that is our director of Piedmont region. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to be here because today in Rome there is an important negotiation meeting for the open data policy and digital agenda with the European Commission and for the future funds. So was really linked to this event, but was very important for him to be there. But he really thanks all the organizers, the government of Andalusia. So I would like also to thank you on behalf of Mr. Moriondo. So this is the first launch event of the HOMER conference. We had one here now. We have first results, but what I would like to share with you is how we built this project. So what was the rationale behind why we defined such an idea and why we are here now? Sorry, technical problem. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Thank you. So, what was the? Thank you. What was the origin of the project? HOMER has been defined in 2011, and at that time, I want to be clear here. Open data policies wasn't a clear policy, and especially terminology was not clear. When we talk about open data, not everybody was able to understand the terminology, what was behind, what we wanted to mean. And we haven't a clear condivision on the concepts, and it was also very difficult to define a network for such a project. And especially governments in Europe, because this is our area, reference area, were not fully recognizing the benefits of such policy. The state of the art at that time was the following. So we had in Europe some isolated and fragmented initiative on open data. Piedmont region was one of these initiatives. And we had fragmented initiatives in Spain, Italy, France, Greece, Slovenia. So all the open data policies and initiatives were at the stage of were under development. And especially citizens were not fully aware of the benefits of open data policies. This is the main starting point of HOMER. So everything was built from this. The open data portal of Piedmont region that, as Mr. Cobegna said, this is not just a portal. Behind there was a policy, a commitment. So, but this was the first starting point. Piedmont region at that time was the first region having developed an open data portal. Was really at the beginning, was not so attractive as you can see now. Now is more accessible and more nice. But at that time, we had a portal. This was the first initiative in Italy at regional, and we also anticipated the national government. Of course, the portal was the main inspiration for the HOMER drafting. But then there was a main event that was really inspiring all the process and all the methodologies behind project. That was the first Digital Agenda Assembly organized in Brussels in June 2011 by the European Commission. European Commission at that time declared its intention to launch from 2014, so now, the first pan-European open data portal. So this was a big commitment of the European Commission and was declared by the Commissioner Nelly Kroes. So this was really an high-level commitment. And at the same time, at that assembly in Brussels, some initiatives were presented on open data, in particular initiatives from the UK government and Sweden. So what was clear is that the Northern Europe was advancing a lot in open data, and something was left behind. So the rationale to link, the real rationale was to link the European Digital Agenda policies and initiatives with a network with the HOMER project. So we wanted to link an idea with the European Digital Agenda and with European open data policies. So the digital agenda was not so developed, was the first intention were declared at that time, and the European, pan-European open data portal wasn't developed yet. Just an overview of the European digital agenda, so how HOMER is strictly linked with this digital agenda. The digital agenda is composed of several pillars, and all the pillars are composed of 101 actions. So in order to achieve all these goals, the digital single market, interoperability, and so on, the European Commission has listed 101 actions to develop such goals. In particular, HOMER, it is related to the first pillar, the digital single market. So the rationale of this pillar is that too many barriers block the free flow of online services. As you can see, this is a clear market-oriented approach. And so the digital single market has an economic goal, a market goal. And among the pillar, in order to achieve this pillar, there are 21 actions. Amongst them, there is the action 3, open up public data resources for reuse. So, again, as you can see, the action 3, open up public data resources, has again a clear economic and market approach. So, for the European Commission, the public sector information is the single largest source of information in Europe and has a very big economic value. So the European Commission declared the actions needed to achieve that goal. So to offer the use of this information, so they understood that the use of that information was restricted in the governments, and that they have to promote some events and some initiatives and some financial initiatives to fund and to stimulate that policies. But in particular, the policies that were launched at that time was more market-oriented or technological-oriented. So the European Commission planned to support financially the open data policies from a technological point of view, also on legal aspects point of view, but then it started to work with member states to understand the awareness and the level of the development of the different open data portals at national or regional level, more at national. And now we are here. At that time, in parallel, the MED strategic call was published. And it was clear that compared to Northern Europe, the Mediterranean area was lacking, was behind the progress achieved at digital policy level by the northern states, by UK government, by Sweden, and so on. So the MED call was really the first opportunity, because the MED call adds a very important element to all what we said before. The MED call was able to explore also the social aspect of the ICT policies, which is a little bit, I don't want to say underestimated, by the call of the CIP PSP program are more market-oriented or more technological-oriented. And whilst the MED call and the MED program was providing an opportunity also to explore and to deal with such policy, which is a digital policy, from a social perspective. And that's why this conference has a clear title. So the clear title is An Economic and Social Opportunity for the Med Basin. So the call was there, was published, and we developed a network with all of you that you are here. With this challenging approach, we were really aware about the challenging behind HOMER, so that we had to develop open data portals, which are not only portals, as Mr. Cubegna said, and that we have really, we can really achieve a social goal in parallel. So now, in 2014, there is an European open data portal in its beta version, as you can see. So European Commission achieved its commitment goals to publish an open data portal. And in parallel, not only UK governments or the Northern Europe governments are able now to join this big initiative, but thanks to the fact that HOMER is here, we are also now in the position to be able to participate, to effectively participate in that portal. And so I think that HOMER, in this context, is not only an initiative, is really a benefit for the European Union, because we also provide a social perspective of the open data policies. Okay, thank you very much. And now I give the floor to Sophie Scarvellis. Okay, thank you.